At Community Regional Medical Center, a respiratory therapist faced a difficult challenge, keeping an organ donor stable long enough to save lives. It took timing and a deep sense of commitment, and thanks to his efforts, 4 people got the transplants they desperately needed.
It was miraculous in and of itself that we had a patient that we didn't think we were going to be able to recover anything from, let alone get 4 organs from him.
Darren Kraft is the director for respiratory care at Community Regional Medical Center and sees his team do incredible things every day. But last year, he was moved by the actions of one respiratory therapist that was nothing short of miraculous.
This case was, it was kind of a blessing, but it was at the result of a traumatic, catastrophic incident.
The admitted patient had been in a vehicle collision and found himself submerged in a canal and sustained an anoxic brain injury that he couldn't recover from.
Fortunately, in this event, this patient happened to be an organ donor.
Donor Network West saves lives through organ and tissue donations.
Kristen Ekus is the in-house coordinator and works closely with Community Regional, meeting with nurses to review cases and find potential donors.
So we partner with approximately 175 hospitals, and with those hospitals, we are able to save lives through organ and tissue donation.
Getting from donor to surgery is a delicate balance of timing and skill. And with this patient, they were worried the body wasn't stable enough to be a good candidate.
When a patient is an organ donor, we have to do certain things to keep all of the organs functioning until they can go to procurement surgery. So one of the things that we had to implement was it's a very technical ventilator. It requires a significant specialized skill set to run this.
Even when the patient becomes stable on the ventilator, the risk lies in taking them off the support and transferring that patient to surgery.
We did not know if the patient was going to be able to be stable enough to get him to the OR.
It had gotten to the point where Donor Network had put a date and said, you know, after this date, we are probably not going to be able to procure any organs from this patient.
That's where respiratory therapist Angel Bolanos enters this story.
I've been here since 2000, so this summer will be 25 years since I started working for this company.
Angel, just like every member of our team, is one of the most dedicated people I've ever had the pleasure of working with.
I've known Angel for over 10 years, and he truly cares for his patients, and not only the patients, but the families that are there for their loved one as well.
Angel saw what needed to be done for this patient and went to work.
I knew this machine from my Army days in 1990. When I started working here, I've always promoted it. A clock is ticking. A clock was ticking that day to get this person to surgery because there was a vast amount of coordinating done by the Donor Network.
Angel used his expertise of the ventilator and dedicated himself to keeping this patient stable. The next day would be the surgery, and it was a race with the clock.
So, came back the next day. The next day I arrived with my plan. I said I can put him on the different machine that everybody would be more comfortable. And sure enough, it happened.
4 organs were able to be transplanted. Lives were saved because of Angel's hard work. But this donor was actually able to go on and donate tissue as well, which can enhance up to 75 lives.
I've been trained in the Army to keep people alive, and hopefully they go home with their families. And that happens a lot here. In this situation, it was keep them alive now so that others can benefit.
Angel works with patients every day, and even though he'll never meet those he's affected, he feels incredibly fortunate to help anyone he can.
I'm not there to see the patients receiving, the people receiving it. I would like to think that they were told, hey, we've got something for you, and I can see their smiles or I can see their hope.
Today, however, Angel received a special message.
Hello, my name is Mike Batiga, and I received a heart transplant at UCSF on July the 25th. I would just like to thank everybody that was involved in enabling me to have this heart transplant. Also, I'd like to send a special thanks out to Angel, who I understand was instrumental in the heart being delivered, and I'm very grateful and appreciative to all the people that were involved. Again, thank you very much.
Very touching. Very touching. Well, he gave a thanks to everybody involved. And he said, special thanks. And he said, well, my name. It felt good. Wish I could give him a hug. I'll do it again. That's why I'm here. Or at least that's my belief. That's why I'm still here. I like to come to work, and in my mind, I'm saying to myself, or I'm praying, please help me to help others. To help others. And that's my motto.